let's take a look at this proof. So if I look at what is given, I'm told that SR and PQ are equal to each other, so I'll label that. And I can identify that statement as my given. Okay, when I look at the next statement, SR plus RP is equal to PQ plus RP. Okay, so does that fit the structure of segment addition? Two things add up to equal a third thing. No, it does not, right? This is two things add up to equal two things. Okay, so this is not segment addition. That shouldn't even go through, be a consideration. Okay, so the only way you can create two things added together to equal two things added together is to look to see earlier in your proof, do you have a statement that two things are equal? Here I do, SR and PQ. So here's SR and PQ. I add the same thing to the left side as I do to the right. If equals are added to equals, the sums are equal is an example of addition property. So there would be your second justification. I move to my third step, SR plus RP equals SP. Does this fit the structure of segment addition? Two things add together to equal a third thing. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it is, but it does fit that structure. So let's see on here. We have SR plus RP is equal to SP. Is that segment addition? Yes. Okay, so we can include that. And then finally here, PQ plus RP is equal to RQ. Does that fit the structure of segment addition? Two things added together equal a third thing. It fits that structure, so let's see. Here's PQ plus RP equal to RQ. Is that segment addition? It is. Now, often those will be included in the same step, but here you can see it might be individual steps as well. And so my final statement, SP is equal to RQ. Now, the only couple ways that I can get that is if I've done transitive property or substitution, okay? Or if I've taken two equations or one equation and I removed parts from both sides. Okay, so if I go here and I find SP and RQ, I'm going to go back earlier in my proof and see if I can find those. Here's SP, here's RQ. Okay, so I found them earlier in the proof. Are they set equal to the exact same thing? No, they're set equal to equivalent things based on statement 2, but they're not exactly the same. So this is not an example of transitive property. So let's see, could this be an example of substitution? Well, if I took my equation from step 2, SR plus RP can be replaced with SP, so there's that part. And PQ plus RP can be replaced by its equivalent RQ, there's that part. So what I did is I took statement 2, replaced the first part with a single term, replace the second part with a single term. And so that's an example of replacing something with its equivalent. It's not transitive property, it's substitution only.